All right. Peace. We back. You got Poe here. Hopefully AJ come through. We got some things we're going to talk about like I do every day. But I appreciate everybody that's coming through, everybody that's watched the show. And when you watch this, please like, share, and comment, please. All right. So let me start the show. I'm gonna have to step away for a few seconds, but let me start the show. All right, give me a second. Yeah, I don't like that I was late 2 days in a row. That's crazy. I'm talking about like literally, because I took a nap because I had a long moving around. I was doing different things today. And I ate early. I only eat one meal a day, but today was one of them days I ate early. I try to throw my system off a little bit. That's how you do if you want to kind of lose weight. You throw you because your body just get used to you just eating a certain time, then you throw it off. You eat off of the time period that you do, and then you start back again. My body, especially as get winter time, your body stores weight, and I don't want to get big again because it was kind of too cold for me to be walking around. Even though I move around, been moving around, it's not the same as when I be doing my long walks. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. I got too many tabs open. Oh, there go AJ. Yeah, AJ can hold it down because I got to step away for a second. What's up, my brother AJ? AJ's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
All right, had another late start today. For me, it was a late start for me today.
Yeah, no, no. The
Yeah.
I'm just going on audio today.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
just now, your camera went dead. Like about within the last 45 seconds, it just suddenly it's all black now.
Oh man.
Wait, don't. So if you can't figure out what we did last time was give me mod, leave the room, and then come back in, and that'll probably give you enough time to set the resync it, I guess.
Okay. Cause
Because once you leave, that's it. You're gonna have to restart the whole broadcast again. Can you see on your end? It's just showing black. Okay, or on the YouTube feed, you'll see it.
yeah, it's just showing on my screen it's gray,
You
but
know what it is?
it's showing me on YouTube.
Up to what point? Not live right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Now it's dark. You're right.
Right, but hey, I think I know what it is. It happened to me a couple days ago. So there's two backgrounds. There's the background on Shoecast, but then sometimes you might have your own background built into the webcam. So depending on what you're using, sometimes like the other day when I had my thing jam, I was trying to do I was trying to do two backgrounds at the same time, and that's what confused the system. So I don't know if that might be the case with you as well.
I don't know. Let me see. That's weird. Content is in picture window. Bring what's that? I never saw this before. I wonder if they trying to upgrade their systems or something.
Nah, when's the last time you restart your computer?
That Well, like restart.
Like this, like a yeah.
Probably yesterday.
You should be fine, but here, give me mod. Come in and out.
All right. I was gone. See what it was. I did everything like try to rush and do it at the one time. And I don't know if that threw it off because it was the last minute setup. But let me
Well,
get
hey,
them
well,
out.
the same thing happened just a couple of days ago. If you remember, I think the first like within the first 5 minutes, everything was fine, and suddenly your thing went dead.
Yeah.
And we had to, but I don't know what caused it. But it was working in the beginning, I remember, and then you had to go do the whole computer restart because that kind of fixed it after. Okay, I'm the moderator now.
All right. I guess because I did it at the last minute.
Oh, that's right. You can't restart because of the
It'll
YouTube.
stop the show.
Yeah, that would just kill the whole show if you even restart the computer. What the?
I
I don't
guess
know
I'm
how.
gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do it with my icon.
Try it one more time. See what exit come back. It's something. Oh man.
Cause it seems like it only do that when I do it at the last minute.
Okay, do this. Try this. You see at the bottom? You see the bottom icon, so you have the mic, the camera, the happy face, and the hand.
Yeah.
Okay, the one with the camera, there's a little drop down arrow right to the next of it for the video settings.
Yeah.
Click on that, and when it'll open up a little drop down, and one of the options is your background and effects.
Cause I literally see
Well, two things. You'll see what cameras do you have available to?
the HP True Vision HD camera, and then I got the LSV cam.
What's the difference between the two?
When they do the LSV cam, that's when I actually get the icon of the show.
Okay, so but the real cameras, the one you said, the HD one.
It's just the HP one is gonna be dark. That's
No,
what's going on now.
But that's the camera built into the computer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your main camera, and you have it, and the check marks on that.
Yes.
Okay, below, do you see it says background and effects?
Yeah, I see it. That
Go into that.
I can't even press on something. I don't know what the heck's going on.
It won't let you go in the background. It won't let you go into backgrounds and effect.
It was like my you know, you go across everything. It's like not letting me tap on anything.
Okay, so it's not letting you go in the back, so it don't want to give you access to backgrounds.
It don't want to give me access to nothing like kind of on the screen. Let me see some. Let me
Because that's the only other thing I could see. If you go into the backgrounds, that could be where the conflict is.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing yesterday. I mean, when it happened yesterday that we had this problem, or the day before yesterday, I know we had the problem like this.
Well, when you left and came back in, it resolved it right away.
No, we still had to do that show as a as an audio show.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. What's up to the three people watching? Poe's having some technical difficulties, so he's just kind of going in and out the room just to see if he can get his camera to work again. If not, then he'll just go. It will just be a straight audio podcast today. What's up, Lamont Davis, 89? Yeah, so last night, I finally started playing Undisputed again. I took a break. I think when the most recent set of patches came out, like the 2.0, I had to take a break because I knew they didn't fix nothing. So I stopped playing, I believe, at 2.0, 2.3, those two. And then finally, now I find, okay, let me give this game a try again. Now we're on 2.05. I think the main thing for me is that, I'm playing it again now, but I'm not playing rank. I'm playing unrank online for the time being, just because I like to use the creative. I like to use my creative boxer, and then at the same time, I don't want to play rank yet, just because I want to see if they could fix anything to do with that quick glitch. Quick glitch affects unrank as well, but with rank, the issue is that you have two things it's affecting, not just your boxer record, but it's affecting your leaderboard points. So like, I want them to fix that or lessen the chance of quick glitch, because otherwise it's just fucking It's just it's like no good to play. I'd rather just play on rank then and just deal with my box wreck. How's Paul doing, man? What's up? I'm precisely. Yo, so Lamont Davis and I'm precisely. Are you playing Undisputed regularly? Especially since the new updates or the patches? I think since I started playing last night on rank, I am 3-0 at the moment. Good thing too is I had a guy. I had actually I'm 3-0, and I had at least I had one quick glitch last night, but it didn't break my record. But then again, I'm playing on rank, so it's hard. I think it's harder when you play a rank mode. It seems like it works better in rank when they quick glitch. Yeah, man. Where the hell did Poe go? Lamont. So when's the last time you play? When's the last time you played Undisputed? Like what month and year? Or you're saying you haven't even played Undisputed period before? I know right now, if you have never played it, I know right now they're having a lot of rolling sales because of the Black Friday, Christmas coming up, everything. So, but I'm like, in terms of playing it offline, it's the replay value is good enough. Like for me, I played that career mode maybe since version 1, maybe two, three, maybe I don't know, 3, 4 times, and that was it. No replay value. So the only thing I think, if you're an online player, you gotta live with the fact that the game's gonna have ghost punching just because they a poor implementation of the peer-to-peer service they're running for the game because they never invested in dedicated servers. Today I was watching a bit of Lux Vision. Have you ever seen Lux Vision? He does his boxing video game and sports broadcast. So I watched him play a bit of Fight Night Champion today, and one thing about the Fight Night Champion, I saw a guy quick glitch him today. he was beating he was beating the shit out of this guy, and then it was like the guy timed it perfect because I think he knew to do the quick glitch just during the transition of where he knocked the guy down. It was going to the referee count. That's when the guy he just quit the game one time, and then it give Lux Vision the loss. So like even though like Fight Night Champion suffers from that as well, but I don't think it's extensive of what we're seeing here at Undisputed. So I'm precisely seeing I took a break from Undisputed and I came back. Just to let you know, during my break for about 2.5 weeks, I was playing strictly UFC 5. I was playing strictly UFC 5, and when I switched back to Undisputed, I felt exactly what you're saying. Like you're describing it as the punches feel underwater, and the punches always, yeah, definitely the punches are always missing. Like it's the strangest thing. Even the punches seem to sail over the guy's head. That's one thing I do notice. Even sometimes you're trying to aim it, it just for some reason it just wants to go over the guy's head. I don't know what to make. I can't make sense of it. But in terms of the underwater stuff, is just, man, when you like if you when you compare, like for me right now, because I'm comparing it to UFC. There you go. You got your video back on.
Yeah,
When I'm comparing it to,
I had to reboot.
you were able to reboot, and the
Yeah,
broadcast didn't die.
that's what I was. I guess because I put you as moderator.
Because I thought I thought that one of the things is that you know the tab where you have the YouTube rights. I thought that has to be open all the time, otherwise it'll disconnect it from the Shoecast to YouTube.
Let me see YouTube. I'm
Well,
just
leave
I
it
was
alone.
looking at.
It's still working. Hold on, let me just check some, because if the damn thing's working, leave it alone. Let me see if it's showing you live.
Yeah,
Or did the broadcast? Hold on, it's catching up now. Yeah, it's good. The broadcast is live right now. It's good.
yeah, that being that you're a moderator, see, I gotta make it so that you stay as a moderator. I gotta make sure every time it's something like
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
happen, I keep you as a moderator.
yeah.
What's
We'll,
up, guys?
we'll
What's up,
fix that.
Lamont Davis? I'm precisely one. Who else here? Boxing Lounge. Oh yeah, what y'all was talking about? AJ Pax.
So I was talking to both I'm Precise and Lamont, but then I started going a conversation with Precise because he's just describing how he's feeling the punches, undisputed punches, feeling underwater. What was the two different things? Underwater, and the punches always miss. So I was like, yeah. Now that I took about a 2.5 break from Undisputed, because I was playing UFC 5 during that time, right? So I started playing Undisputed last night again, and that's one of the first things I noticed, man. Like the punches don't, like, a good few punches don't, they just sail over your head for some reason. It's like you can't even aim it sometimes. It doesn't make sense why, like you're throwing the hook and it's like it's auto programmed to go over your head, or something's happening, man. But the other thing with the underwater feeling, that's just,
That seemed like lag. That seemed like some type of lag going on their
it,
systems.
yeah, it's lagging.
You know, that's exactly what that sound like. That sound like it's some type of lag, because they're making adjustments. Once you keep making adjustments on something, it kinds of messes up, because you're messing with the code. You're trying to do things that wasn't originally programmed into the game. And
Yeah,
like
but they ain't listen. Yeah, but Paul, they're lying. They're not messing with the code. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to you just now. I know. Well, I can't prove it to you forensically, seeing I can't see the code. But I'm
yeah,
gonna prove it to you based on their patch notes. It's but yeah, precise. That thing you talk about, the roller skates. That's desync. You're seeing that's desync. Anytime you see that desync happens, like your guy starts to skate across the ring. People start doing taunts, and the guy and when he does the taunts, he starts teleporting and all this kind of witch. That's
yeah,
just that's desync. And the thing is, if you're playing on a Wi-Fi connection, expect that to happen. But you should be playing,
yeah,
but you should be playing the game hardwired, just to try to lessen that
yeah,
those that kind of shit that happens.
yeah. That's what I heard. Every hardwired games play more better than the Wi-Fi, because there's
Yeah,
always can be an interruption somewhere in that
but
tag.
But yo, going back to your saying about changes in the code and it's gonna affect the game, I don't think there was too many changes in the code. For
Yeah,
example, the where is it here? Let me get the what. Let me see here. That undisputed. There's three things that that the version 2.05 was supposed to fix. Only three things. Let me just pull it up here. 2.05. Okay, three things. One, remove created fighters from rank, which it did correctly. It did that. What I check now, can't use a rank, but I can use it in unranked. But see, the thing is, Poe, do you think a change as simple as that by removing the feature or moving the option to put to have rank fighters, to put creative boxers in and out, that can't cause what's going on?
it has the potential because it's like everything they're doing is rush, rush, rush. Let's get rid of this. Because every time they remove something or add something, they're the problem. So something is going on. It's like they're not really going all in. They're not
Well,
really paying attention or getting the right people to fix these problems. It's like
right.
they
Well,
gave up on this game.
yeah, of course, yeah. Well, that's one of the things it was supposed to fix. So it did fix that. The other two things it was supposed to fix, and this is 2.05 that came out yesterday, or it came out the day before. This is like just recent, within the last 40 hours, 48, or even less than 20 or 24 hours.
Yeah,
Things it was
that's
supposed to
crazy.
fix was fix an issue where incorrect records was displayed on player's card at the end of an 8-round ranked fight. They could say ranked fight or it could be unranked fight. As far as I'm concerned, it's online fight, right?
Yeah,
They didn't fix that and they put that in the notes. Today I saw on the Reddit forum. I saw on the Reddit forum a guy, he opened a thread right away and he's talking about this whole thing about the incorrect record was on display on the player's card. He showed snapshots. He took screenshots showing that this hasn't been fixed. This is what he just posted this within just today. This patch only came out yesterday, and people are showing so quickly. That's an example right there that they didn't do what they said they were going to do. They lied because if they did what they did, there's no way that wouldn't be caught by Q&A before it reached.
Q&A like they really don't care.
They don't
It's
they
like
don't care, or they just or
or
undisputed as
unqualified for what they're doing.
or it's just the management at Steel City Inc. They're doing it on purpose, and there's nobody to hold them accountable for it. There's nothing we could do.
Exactly.
We could talk about it, but there's nothing we could do. I have I'm surprised none of the rich people came out and started a class action lawsuit. Like there's nothing we could do.
Exactly.
If this
Exactly.
company was running in the United States, oh fuck, they can't. I don't think a lot of the shit that's happening. I don't think they could get away with it.
No, this company would have been gone. It'd have been
But
gone.
but
But people
that
not
right
really
there.
saying enough. Enough people is not saying something. You got people like I'm doing my I went back into the Discord so I could, get intel and because everybody's not really telling me what I need to know. I found out that Will Kinsler is back in the Discord. I said, oh, check it out. Will is here. He popped up out of nowhere. But he ain't saying no, he just there. Yo, that's crazy. And I don't know what's going on with them. But no, I know what they're doing. Their thing is they're going through the motions. Hey, we fixing this, we doing this. They know that the game is broken. And my thing is, he told people, and my thing is, if somebody tell you something is broken, it ain't no use to keep complaining about it. You got to get on them personally. The chat, the chat and the fans, they have to like join together, like Voltron, and like, yo, we ain't gonna stand for it. But everybody going back in the chat for it's like, as soon as they get in the chat, in the Discord, they become passive. It's like they kind of okay with it. Even though I've been seeing a lot of people like going in on the game in the Discord, they saying stuff. I like, Dad, they ain't get banned yet. So I tried my hand yesterday. Well, that's today. I tried my hand earlier today. I was saying grimy stuff. Nothing. Nothing
Hey,
happened.
so that thing I was mentioned about how they didn't fix that thing with the record where it's showing
Yeah,
the incorrect record.
yeah.
If anybody wants to check it, go on Reddit, go on the Reddit forum for Undisputed. You'll see it came out one day ago by a guy, username FW305, and it's entitled "So Winning Means I Lose," and you'll see the screenshot. This is fresh. They didn't fix. I just find it strange how, and this is the thing, they've released two hot fixes within this short time frame, like within 2 weeks, and you're telling me you're saying that you wrote it in your notes, but it doesn't do what it does. How does that happen over and over? I can't.
They're not. They also not testing it. They saying they testing it. You ain't testing nothing. They didn't. They're not.
It's a lie.
It is a lie. And you
They're
know what
they're
they
doing
said?
you're
You know
doing
what
it, and they're doing it. They don't care anymore.
they don't. And you know what happened? They were saying, well, we're gonna make the hot fix, but we're waiting for our partners. We know who the partners are. We're waiting for our partners to get back to us, the publishers and a couple of the what's called. See, the publishers and the
Why don't
investors,
they
they
just
don't care.
why don't they just say directors? They're two
Exactly.
biggest. They're two biggest. What did you call them again? Investors,
Shareholders,
shareholders, investors. They're two biggest. Their two biggest investors or shareholders are Novatar and London VP, and their directors. They two of the directors at Steel City are guys that work for those two companies. They act when not the investors, they put in their directors in the company to oversee everything.
yeah.
So if you're telling me Steel City is saying that, well, dude, they all work in the same company. What they doing?
And that thing is, we don't care as long as it's money. They really don't care. Them investors,
No, what they're
and
doing is what they're doing is gangster right now, man.
it really is.
It's gangster, man. Like,
And the scary part is that a lot of people accepting it. They're not like really outraged. It's always somebody trying to pacify the group when they start like getting outraged.
it's
No, you
because
just you ain't playing it right.
well, you know what it is. You know what it is. Partly do. You know what part of the reason as well. As long as you're in that Discord, you're drinking that Kool Aid.
Yep, and I'm in there trying to wake people up. It's a couple of people they actually starting to wake up, but here we go with the one or two people.
Hey, I was drinking the Kool Aid, man. I was drinking the Kool for the longest while. Think about this. I used to I was used to tell Lux Vision how great this game is. Now I woke up once they kicked me out of that Discord, and I wasn't drinking that Kool Aid anymore. You start to think properly again.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaolin, what's up, Shaolin? Salute. I appreciate you. He said, if it was Ash Habib, I would be ashamed to put my name on a game like this, undisputed. Just got you could tell Ash is ashamed. Did you see his face at the event? Did you pay attention to it, AJ? He looked worn out like he
Yeah,
was
he did look worn
forced.
out.
Like he was being forced to say something that he really don't want to say. If you listen to Ash, he repeats the words. If it was me, I really want a hardcore game. I want a realistic game. He said that. He literally said that. It's like a person being hostage and they saying what the script says, but they say key words that nobody really paying attention to, so he don't get in trouble. He said, it's up to me. That's what I do. It is up to you. Your name is on the game. But technically, because you got partners. When people have partners in a game, please wait. We hold up. What's called disconnected? Did YouTube disconnect?
Um,
Oh, it's set. It's reconnected. I'm looking at the chat because it said chat disconnected. Wait, we are trying to reconnect you.
Nah,
Yeah,
looks
go
good.
on.
No, looks good.
Okay. Yeah,
YouTube's
but
running. YouTube's running.
yeah, yeah, it's the partners. But people, they're scared to say something. They're scared to use their their outside voice inside.
Hey,
Don't talk.
so so remember that hotfix 2.0 had 3 items. So one, we said the rank thing was good. They fixed that. The thing with the creator, take out the boxes from take out the creator fighters from the rank. But they lied about the records display. That thing we were talking about just now. And then the third item they said they fixed the issue where PC players quitting during the intro to a fight would result in wins being given to the quitter. That's a
That's
lie.
still that's still there.
From
I knew it was gonna be still there because it
that
was there from day one.
it's been there from day one and it's still there. And they wrote a freaking patch note telling people they fixed it. This is what kills me, man. They're writing that in the notes that they fixed it. And on day one when it came out, people I was showing that we were showing that from yesterday. People on the Reddit are showing this is not the case. And this that guy showed a 2 minute and 47 second video showcasing that this is not the case. They didn't do nothing. But you know what? Also, too, I noticed now too with these patch notes, CSI, there's Steel City. They always kind of mention, oh, we fixed it on this platform, we fixed this on this platform. To me, it's all bullshit, man. They want to say
Yeah,
they fixed it on PC. It's on console. Like, stop lying. It's like I'm just tired of the lies, man.
yeah. Because they telling people stuff that they don't really know.
They're putting it
If
in
you
writing that
yeah,
they
but
fixed it.
the thing is everything always when you got three different consoles, everything comes from a computer. So the PC, like even when you make a console game, it's still coming off a computer. So everything is coming off the computer, and they giving it to you. Especially, I don't know if they still got the live service situation set up, but it's coming off of their grid. It's coming off of their computer. So
So,
I don't know what's they talking about.
well, it goes back to saying there were 3 items on that thing, and only one was resolved.
Yeah, that's great. But everybody, other people like one of my guys that I respect. He came in there. He trying to. It's like people like they trying to get a check from Steel City or something from Steel City because they come in there like real like hardcore defending the game, and then it kind of make me think it's Will that set these things up because I didn't see Will the whole time, even though I probably wasn't really paying attention. I didn't see Will there. And today I looked to the side. I said, hold up. We got Will Kinsler in the house. And he was in the queue. He was there with the other developer. I was like, yo, we got Will in the house.
But what do you make of that? Two two they 2 out of 3 items were not fixed.
Mm.
What is your like? Have you ever played a game where you were? I can't remember the last time I played a video game with either offline or online patch notes that they didn't deliver, that it didn't do what it said it did. I've never seen this before, man.
Yeah, that's weird.
And these are things too where this is not like okay, gameplay development now. You know what I mean? This is like what would you call these items? These are just like like the functionality of the game more. It's not even the gameplay we're talking about.
I don't know. I really it puzzles me because like we all man, you always say they're not making no animations changes or anything like that. Everything is basic, like real basic, but they can't get them basics together. They can't fix the basic things. Like we're not asking. I mean, we're asking for animations, but you're not fixing animations. They haven't did anything animation wise, anything deep coding wise, and they still can't fix the game. All they doing is keep. It's like you tell somebody to clean up a room, and they just move around the furniture a couple of times. You go back in,
Yeah,
the room is not clean, and they
that's
still move the
exactly
furniture around.
that's exactly what's going on. Actually, no, it's even worse than that.
Yeah.
You're giving them credit that they're moving the furniture around. They're not moving around. They're just they're just leaving it there and saying, "Yeah, I moved it," and said,
Yeah,
"You moved it."
yeah,
That's what they're doing. That's what the patch notes are proving now.
yeah, exactly. But it was at one point they actually did move the furniture around, and it was making things worse, or they was taking things out of the room or whatever, and that did something. So they say. So they say. I'm gonna say it that way. Because to me, when you take something out, it shouldn't break the game. But then that shows aimbot because aimbot hasn't he came right they hired him right out of college, I heard. So, you know, he didn't have experience. And my thing with aimbot, I don't think they're gonna get rid of aimbot even when they move over to Unity. So the thing is, aimbot should step back and let more experienced people with his that has that more knowledge than what he has that been in the industry, and you like be their fledgling or be their understudy. But this game is
Understudy. You mean say that again?
his
You're saying
understudy, like he's studying under them.
no. If that was to happen to aimbot, that's when they cut your throat. That's it. You're done.
Yeah, but
You
the
basically
way
you lose. Basically, you lose. I believe if you're the lead program developer, that's it. You're done because you can't because you don't have the knowledge to do whatever. If they're moving it,
yeah,
if they're moving the next thing, but to have him shadow under somebody else, basically he'll have to become junior then. To who somebody has to take over then.
yeah, because he's gonna have to be a junior coder. So,
Yeah.
cause aimbot, I think Ash attached him because he was there first. He was their very first hire. So they like kind of attached to him.
And I never hear him about talking about anything. I never hear him talking about any about boxing. Nothing. Any from TV to movies to
No,
video.
he
I
said
don't.
it. He
So
was
that's what I'm saying. It's like
yeah, he was very honest in the beginning. Then I guess they told him he can't be like really saying certain things. But anybody he used to be like, I'm not a boxing fan. He said I don't even really watch. He said I don't even watch boxing. But he was saying the wrong things to me. At least with EA, you had people doing research. At least you'd be like, well, I'm not a boxing fan, but I'm doing my research.
yeah, yeah.
That's
They'll give you the right. Yeah, to help their creativity.
yeah, that's the words you need to be saying. Shalom Frey said, Poe, you gotta listen to what I be saying when I'm streaming this game. I think you will get a kick out of it. Yeah, I gotta catch your streams. I be trying my best to. I be focused on so many people's streams that sometimes neglect other people's streams, and I apologize. I try to catch you.
Hey
Um
Paul, let me ask you this: um, stunned opponents and undisputed. Stunned
yeah.
opponents and undisputed. So I saw in the Reddit today, Dale Davis. He wrote that is it just me or he finds it impossible to when opponents stun, he finds it impossible to catch them. And this goes back to everyone complains about the guy he's able to run backwards too fast and get away. And the guy goes on to say, I get it in real life. People run when hurt, but opponents can also run and catch them. In
Yeah.
Undisputed, you do a mini dash. If they're far enough or far away, that's
Yeah.
it. You should be able to move quick too. I've watched people run to them in
And
real life.
And they still can't get him if they days, or it's just him don't know what he's doing.
I think part of it is that he doesn't know what he's doing because even me, like in the early stages, I made that complaint as well. Like
Yeah,
I
because a
find it
lot of people
difficult to run
didn't
out.
realize it was there because they really didn't like advertise it the way they should have advertised it.
No. This is during the stun. So when the guy gets
Okay.
stunned, he loses his senses, right? And you have an
Yeah.
advantage. That's the whole thing when you're supposed to get the adrenaline meter
Yeah.
goes unlimited at that point, right? Because he stuns. So the whole thing is people find it difficult. They want to knock him down, and people just find it difficult because it seems like you could run it. So you're stunned, and you could move as fast, just like when you're in a regular state. You can.
Yeah.
People don't want the guy to move at the same speed.
See, that's when people like me. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked. Now it's people like me when we educate the people, because a lot of these people that be saying these things, they're fighting game fans. And my thing is because they keep using logic from fighting game fans. And then you know what they say? Well, technically it is a fighting game. No, it's not. Boxing and fighting are two different things. Yes, you can fight in a boxing game. I mean, in boxing. But boxing is boxing. And a fighting game is an arcade fighting game for a reason. That's why they both have different genres. So my thing is, when somebody is stunned, you should be able to run and get them. They should be able, like they had in the beginning. A lot of people don't realize this, and they said it. I don't know what happened to that video. They said you got a chance of chasing somebody down while they stun and you get hurt, which happens in boxing all the time.
Yeah, that's true. We could do that. Happens in
They
Undisputed
throw
too.
a wild punch. Oh, that happens still.
Yeah,
So
you
my
could
thing is,
that could happen Undisputed, where it could swing.
yeah. So my thing is, what are people talking about? Because they saying you shouldn't be able to move back. Because a lot of people move back,
Well,
but some people may not.
it boils down that it boils down that people are saying it's too difficult to knock the guy down or knock him out. The expectations are is that if I have a guy stunned, I should have a 90. I'm just saying, like, to me, it feels like they want to, let's just say a 98% chance that I can knock him out, knock him down from that state. They don't want that guy to be able to defend himself, period.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because then and people don't realize you got to look at people like Holyfield. Good example, great example. Holyfield gets stunned a lot, especially with them big hitters. Look like he about when it's fighting Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe dazed the mess out of. Look it up, y'all. Holyfield against Riddick Bowe. It's like they had 3 fights, and he stunned them every time. Riddick Bowe runs to get him, but he don't knock him down. Because you gotta also factor in what is his his chin strength, the resilience. What is his resilience? And that should be a trait or attribute. What is his resilience? Can he take damage, more damage than most people because of his ratings? People don't factor in. That's why they're trying to say ratings shouldn't matter. We don't want ratings, we want tears. No, ratings matter. Because if you look at a fight and say, oh, he has this, that actually make people use different boxers. Because you say, look at, because a lot of people gonna say that boxer is a bum, but then you look at his ratings and stats, he may be low in certain things, but then you say, oh, he got very high resilience. So I have a great chance of winning this fight. Because there's boxing, a good example, Roy Jones, his offense was his defense. But once Roy kept with his weight, shifting his weight, it kind of slowed him down, especially when he started getting older. It was the wear and tear effect of him actually getting hit. Roy wasn't getting hit. So his what's called came to Roy. To me, he always had a low resilience. Nobody never hit him. And this is the things people not factoring in. They talking from how they feel. That's not how boxing is. Well, I feel I put this boxer in here. Look how big he is. Look how strong he look. I factor that. I mean, I'm gonna say that he could go in here and he knocked this guy out. You know how many people that I see that was like 125 beating on somebody 250? I seen people get cracked and knocked out. But you saying
125 versus 250? What was the 250's what was his skill level?
That's it too. That's it too. Like me, I was when I was coming in the gym because I wanted to spark. I was a fighter. I was fighting in the street. When I went in there, I think I was about 140, 240 or something like that. And I was sparring guys like 119 because they had years and decades of. Let me see. At that time, he had 2 decades of boxing matches and experience. Actually, yeah, I say 2 decades because he started when he was 7. He started boxing when he was 7. So this guy in the gym, his name is Tiger Martinez. You can look it up. He fought guys like Nate Campbell and stuff like that. But he was putting it on me heavy. Days. But he wasn't knocking me out. That's the thing. The resilience. That's why they got to educate people.
Hey, so Poe, going back to that guy's complaint that okay, they wanted to make it easy to knock you. They want that. They want to be able to knock the guy down no matter what, right?
Yeah.
A person responded, and his name is Steven27898, and his response was, in reality, when stunned a fighter should barely able to move without falling over, as that is what most people are like in real life. So I responded to this guy and I asked him, can you back it up with some boxing fight examples off YouTube? And this guy's response to me was to show me the Mike Tyson knockout collection.
So you the Mike Tyson.
The Mike Tyson knockout collection, which is curated. It's curated to show to show him knocking out people. It's all what do you call it? It's posterized knockouts. Like he's basing it off that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't, because what he's doing is getting punch out. Mike Tyson was automatic punch out. He was rock'em sock'em robots. Well, the other person wasn't really fighting back, but Mike Tyson was like, he's gonna knock you out. So when he stunned you, you done. That's the wrong example. Get somebody else. David Benavidez, he stunned people, and he might have to like walk the person down to finish him. There's a lot of boxers that Mike Tyson, you picked one of the hardest hitting boxers in history. He's like the third, second or third. I think.
The thing is too, he's showing the end result. He's showing the finale. He's showing the finale of how a Tyson fight ends. He's not showing anything leading up to the finale. You know what I mean? He's not showing. He only wants to show that final knockout. That's bullshit. Basically he just wants to win the argument. But that's the thing. He's saying in real life. So like, you have to deal with those kind of responses. So I sent him a video. There was a fight back on March 15th, 2025. Amari Jones versus Alicio Monsterazzo. If anyone looks at that fight, you'll see Jones stun Alicio, and you'll see it's very similar to what we're seeing in Undisputed in terms of a guy wobbling backwards, and you have to kind of he's stunned, but he can still defend himself.
Yeah.
But anyways, they don't
What
want
was
that.
his response? What was his response back to that?
His response was, so he looked at my video and he said, "Oh, notice how he keeps stopping and ending up static at stages. He didn't move constantly. You can see him losing his bounds. He also
What
just a little. He's also just a little bit rock. I'm talking about people when they're actually dazed, not a little bit buzzed. So that's how he, you know what I mean? He kind of spin doctored it after.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
showing a guy get stunned, but he said, but he wants to now. It's subjective now. He wants to say, oh, that guy was only a little bit rocked.
I
You know what I
seen
mean?
people rocked. They like the kind of rock that the referee like should have stopped the fight, and they come back and they like they all right, they good. Because a lot of people, this another thing that people don't know. This why it's people like me that can educate them. Do you know that you could stun somebody or actually like they're knocked out on their feet and you throw another punch and wake them back up? That's what we call it. You wake them back up and they're like, it never happens. People don't know that. But then you get these ignorant people that they want to argue. See, his thing was, yeah, I see your point. He should have said that. That's exactly what he should have said. But his thing is, he want a rock'em sock'em robot game.
Yeah, that's exactly. If you want to show me Mike Tyson Mike Tyson knockout collection, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because people like you now. This people gonna be like,
Hey,
did he really?
You know what that's kind of like showing too, to a certain degree. If somebody says Butterbean was okay, if you go and show me Butterbean's knockout collection, Butterbean was known for knocking out guys too,
Yeah,
but that
but
doesn't prove anything.
it doesn't. Not at all. It doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything. And he picked the most, and it's crazy. He picked the most powerful puncher to prove his point. That's framing.
Yeah,
He framed it for himself.
yeah.
That's crazy. I'm shocked he didn't pick Deontay Wilder or Sonny Liston or somebody like that.
Well,
And
originally I
check this
asked
out.
him, give me a recent. I said, give me a recent example, man. Like you're giving me something like I have to go. You're showing me something like a legend. You're showing me the legend, a legend doing something in his prime.
Yup. And Deontay Wilder at points, he dazed people and had to chase him down to knock him out. There were people that he dazed and had to chase him down. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Tyson dazed people had to chase him down. So I'm like, yo, how about when Tyson hit Razor Ruddock when he was on the rope and his arm
Hey,
got caught in the rope?
and also too, Razor Ruddock. And I think that was the first time we saw that when Tyson hit somebody, the guy didn't get knocked out right away. Razor Ruddock, he had a chin. At
He
that time,
did.
Razor Ruddock that was the best guy he fought at that point in his career. He was a contender.
Exactly. Yeah, Razor
That's the
Ruddock.
first time that's why they had to have two fights, because people were surprised that he didn't get knocked out clean the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I knew his some of the people in his training camp. Tyson broke his jaw on both. No, he broke his jaw and broke his ribs on both sides. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like it's hard to. It's like people don't want to be educated, even if you drop stuff. Like this guy was saying, he was saying on Facebook, the Facebook undisputed group. He was like, man, I'm getting tired of people spamming the jab. That ticked me off. I said, what? You supposed to spam the jab. We're taught to spam the jab. What are you talking about? Spamming the jab. What did you do to stop him from spamming the jab? He says, one more person spam the jab. I said, you're an idiot. You're not a boxing fan at all. At all. Larry Holmes, or I put a video of Larry Holmes up there.
Shaolin phrase 187. You said it's impossible to get knocked down. You said, yeah, it's impossible to get knocked down in the game. So, and that's based on the whole thing about the guy being stunned. Based on what we're talking right now. It's not true,
Yeah,
Shaolin. It's not true, Shaolin. You could see my name there, AAJ Pax. Send me a message on Discord, and we'll set up a test. I'll set up a test session with you, and you could stun me, and let me see what you're doing when I'm stunned, and vice versa. And we'll see, and we'll figure it out because it's not what you think it is. It's not impossible. It's just maybe it's the tactic.
Let me see. But when you get one, it feels good. The issue is that you dash forward to run, and the opponent pushes you. It pushes you far, and
Yeah. Okay.
it's a lot. See, it's a lot to go with certain things. Like if you're coming forward at somebody, so you're rushing full speed, and somebody push you, they actually should be able to push you, and they probably should knock you off bounds because you're so focused on coming forward, and they push you to keep you from coming forward. I know you'd be like, dad, gone.
So the thing with the push, so one thing I'll say, I think the push should be in the game because
Yeah,
they didn't get, because that's the only thing we have because we don't have no clinching or nothing. So at least
yeah,
we have a push, right? But
yeah.
one thing about the push that I do notice sometimes, that complaint I was making about the animations that go with the taunting system, and people are able to kind of use those animations to kind of break the game. It sometimes it does feel like that with that push animation as well. How it clips, or the fact that you could push somebody and you're doing invisible palm now because of the state of the desync in this game. You're literally, what's the best way to call that? You're doing a push. It's like you're using the force, and
Yeah.
you're literally you're literally using the force like in Star Wars. You could actually use the force in the game right now because
And
that's
that
all that's you know.
and that's probably somebody background too, making those type of games. And that's probably exactly. Oh yeah, we did that in one of our other games. This how we'll put it in the game. They probably did it like this. It's like a lot of these guys are not thinking boxing. They're not watching film, and that to me, even though me and B's getting a debate about this, not really, but we getting a debate about certain things like this. Um, when you have things that you could look back on, you got film and everything. Does that look like what I'm seeing? If you got a coach in there or a boxer in there, does this look like it's implemented right? And then you gotta be aware of these boxers they don't want certain boxers to fight good or stuff like that. You gotta be aware of that too. Certain boxers, they just want their character to be like the main focus of the game, or that style to be a main focus of the game. It's just like these people that want certain mechanics to be the main thing in the game. Let me see. Somebody's trying sound like somebody was trying to pop in. Let me see. Now my thing want to act up. Oh, I
Yo,
guess I'll share the thing.
by the way, with regards to the league, because we had that discussion yesterday about the league and their, I guess they're
Rules.
trying to play the game they were supposed to. Yeah, the rules, and we were talking about SBA. I looked over the rules again, and the only thing I care for in any league, the only rule I care for is the rule that says the one that basically you have to engage. Like you can't literally just run. Like when I say run, you're not engaged, and you're just that whole concept. Or I'm gonna play a game of tag with you. I'm gonna hit you once, and I'm gonna go loose footman. And I'm not gonna engage because I'm trying to get that one. I landed you. That's how I'm gonna win the round. That kind of game. That's the only rule I
Yeah,
care
that.
for. That's it. Anything
But
because
But
because if there was a referee in the game, the referee would probably warn him and say, "Hey, you're not. What are you doing?" kind of thing, right?
yeah, then it goes again to what are you doing that you're saying that the other guy's not engaging? What
Yeah,
why aren't you making a factor to you move? But their thing is they don't want to always press forward because they're scared that the person has a strategy to counter them. It's
yeah.
like
What, yo, there's many players that they'll fight the entire time on their back foot, the entire fight.
they'll do what?
They'll fight the entire time on their back foot. They're moving backwards. They'll never once, even given the opportunity, if they could step in and go for, they
Yeah,
won't do it. They'll fight. They'll force you to fight the whole fight like that. I'm
yeah.
fine with it, as long as it's not what I
Because
said.
it's
What the other one
realistic.
was, where the
Yeah,
guys, yeah, because I know I could fight somebody like that.
yeah.
I'll
Because
figure them out, kind of thing.
yeah, like when people be saying we don't want you to fight on the back foot, especially in the league, that's like you're framing the game the way you want it to play. In real boxing, it's a lot of boxers fight on the back foot. That's why it's a discussion of the back foot, fighting on the back foot. You watch boxers talk. They say, yeah, I had a hard time because he was fighting on the back foot most of the fight. But that's on you. That's this one of my biggest things that it annoys me when a lot of these players and gamers, someone probably just don't watch boxing. But when you see boxing and you say, "Dad, he lost. He should have did this and he should have did that." So when you fight, why aren't you doing those things? Why aren't you doing what you saying that boxer should have did to his opponent? It's too many complaints about certain things. They want everything to be cookie cutter. They want everything to be an arcade fighting game. They don't want to think. Nobody wants to think. I actually heard somebody say nobody wants to come home from work and think. Wow, you serious? You really don't want to come home and think? Me, when I play games, I
Yeah, I wouldn't
like
want
to be
to. I would.
strategic.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to play a game where I don't think, because if I then I know it's like the reason why I don't play rematch. There's that soccer game called Rematch. When I realized it's very popular too, but when I realized basically it's Rocket League in soccer mode.
Yeah,
It's not. When I realized that, eventually it's like, oh yeah, that was good to throw it. Then I was like, I don't want to play this.
yeah. See,
That's not my escape. I don't want to. I
yeah,
don't want to play a game so dummy down.
yeah. See, Shaolin said exactly the right. You said the right thing. You saying the right thing. The running wouldn't be a problem if you could cut the ring off. If the mechanics was there, and B said you can't cut the ring off. You could do certain. See, Beast, he know boxing, so he's going to do certain things. He's going to force the game to do certain things that is not there. It's not originally there, so he's going to force it. I ain't got time for that. I'm not going to force the game to be what it's not. It's kind of pushing toward that league play type stuff. You trying to make it palatable for yourself. I can't do that. It's like somebody telling me because I don't eat pork, right? And somebody telling me, well, I don't eat meat in general, but somebody telling me, well, take the meat off. It still got lettuce and tomatoes on the sandwich. No, it still has the meat juice on the sandwich too. I don't eat meat. So that is the point that I'm trying to make is, people always trying to adjust things and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to people, and they try to make you feel comfortable in with certain things that's not that don't make sense. Let me see. Yeah, I see is my camera lagging on YouTube?
You
It look
see?
like it's having that blur effect a little bit from because even though I'm seeing it like
Yeah, right now.
second nature,
Yeah, right now
like a
it's stuck
delay.
right now. Yeah, now it's yeah, it's come. It can't now. It's back. It's stuttering.
Oh, I don't know why it's saying it because it's saying good. It's saying good,
Okay,
even though I still had
hey,
that warning thing. I know exactly what it might be, but I thought I solved that because I make a lot of these AI videos, and those are videos that's being stored on my hard drive, and I be trying to delete them. But what I'm gonna have to actually do when I delete these videos, I have to what you do, let my system start recirculate, allocating them
you gotta
spaces that
purge
I
it.
deleted something from.
You gotta purge it then.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot because I was going through my files. I was like, "Dad, going. I remember this file. I actually got a lot of videos that I don't know that are there. Even though if I put videos, I'm thinking the video is gonna like show me all the videos I got. It's not gonna show me. I gotta literally scroll through thousands of photos and videos and stuff. So one day I'm gonna do that.
Hey,
Gotta do. Yeah, go ahead.
hey. By the way, you're talking about the Holyfield and Bo fight. If
Yeah.
that in the second fight, if that guy didn't jump in the ring, would Holyfield? Do you think Holyfield would have still won that fight? Because to me, when that guy jumped in the ring, the delay gave Holyfield a second breath.
Yeah, yeah. I think no, I don't know. See, that was one of them at that point. I was like that because Bo was putting it on Holyfield,
Well, that's what I'm
but the
saying.
thing,
Bo was getting ready to win the second fight, and that clown came in.
yeah, yeah. It seemed like it was strategic. It really do.
Well, it's never happened again in the history of
No,
boxing. No one
no,
that was what was that? I remember that too. Was watching that live. It was he came in like
yeah,
some kind of parachute, flying contraption. I've never seen. I was like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. Hey, it was a hang gliding
So yeah,
apparatus.
hey,
Yeah,
if that happened in today's environment, they would have shot him.
yeah, exactly. Right
He would have
now,
got
yeah,
shot dead, man.
yeah, because everything is like high security
Yeah, you
right
can't.
now.
Yeah, because in modern in our times now, that looked to me that looked like that could have been a parachute bomber coming in the
Yeah,
ring.
exactly. But to me, they saw it because when you seen that Joker,
He was known
somebody
for
should
doing
have
that
saw.
shit. He was a circus. He was known for doing that. He was like an evil Knievel kind of character.
Yeah, my thing like they like literally they somebody saw something. When you in the arena, people looking all around, and they saw it. They probably like thought it was part of the show, and I don't know that was weird. It just was weird, but it'll never happen again. Not in no boxing match. No, I don't think in anything.
Yeah,
Especially not in the United States, probably in like I
never
don't even
happened.
think people run in arenas no more. Man, when you get every once in a blue moon, you get somebody run on the field in the soccer games and stuff. I don't even think they do that anymore.
No, no, I think that happens a lot still.
Oh, it still happens.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot still. People, yo, they're soccer fans are it's a different whatever's going on there, man. They're I don't know, I want to say they're more
Passionate.
passionate.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. You be saying, hey, here comes somebody, and the guard got to chase him down.
Like we have never seen in American sports league a referee get chased up a pole yet.
Oh, nah.
What's the
Hold up.
closest you ever seen in
Yeah, I seen the
MLB?
referee get beat up. I seen the referee get beat up a couple of
Where
times.
in NBA,
No,
NFL,
no,
MLB?
no. I seen it in boxing. I
Oh,
seen the boxing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
That's
seen
happened.
a referee beat up a fighter. That was crazy to me. I'm like, that guy must have really been watching boxing or he used to be a boxer. But with some referees that I know, there are former boxers, like Harvey Dock. If somebody's start something with him, he's gonna put him down. Harvey Dock, he used to fight in the amateurs. I know for a fact. That's my guy. Yeah, I know Harvey Dock. Know him for decades. And I used to call him a skeezer because when we go to England or go across the country like fighting and stuff, this joker used to be going out meeting girls late at night. I'm like, yo, man, we need to be getting our rest. We're boxers. Them mothers used to love going out. Now I be seeing what people be saying, but that's the whole when them people and they draw you in. That's crazy. Like my brother, he knew Leon Spinks. Leon Spinks was a partier. I knew Ray Mercer. Ray Mercer was a partier. But that's I was trying to cause who was that? Somebody, I think Lamont Davis or somebody was saying, Poe, you need to on your show, you need to talk more about boxing. But I try not to make this show about me. It's of us. This show should be about us. I don't want to tell my experience all the time. I might save all this for when I do the 12-hour shows. Like everybody trying to look out for them because they saying, no, I think 12 hours probably be enough. That's where I'm at now with the votes. They said 12 hours good enough.
Yo, is
Nope.
Kanisi making a good point about stamina loss for footwork? Or in his case, he's saying stamina loss for excessive footwork.
Yeah, I was just about to read it. No boxing game. Yeah, no boxing game has ever had stamina loss for excessive footwork before. This is the first time this has been brought up. Yeah.
But in what context are we
But
talking about the
but
footwork?
see now, yeah, because to me, that's a hard subject kind of to talk about with people that don't understand because you got people that move around for 12 rounds. What context are you trying to use that in? Because me, I
Yeah.
haven't boxed in decades. But if I get in the ring, I probably could last probably 8 rounds on my feet if I'm clinching and stuff like that. But then that's the part I'm talking about context. With footwork. Now, like
Hey,
if you're doing a loose footwork movement, that should be a problem. But the regular just moving around the ring, there shouldn't really be a stamina tax unless you're doing something major. But you just literally moving, throwing jabs, and moving. There shouldn't be a major tax. It's the loose foot movement, you running and stuff like that. Like you doing excessive things. That's when
hey,
there should be a tax.
hey, if I'm skipping rope, should I have a stamina loss?
No, not really. You're gonna if you skip it like me right now, because I have to
If
keep.
I'm skipping fast rope, not and like to make it make sense what we're talking about. I'm skipping lively kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like if you
What,
skip, if you
wouldn't
skip
there
it
be a stamina loss? There'll be leg fatigue.
yeah,
You'll start to feel
yeah, but
it in your calves and your foot after.
yeah, good example. Yeah, now that I'm processing it, because I was trying to find a way. Like, hold up, your legs going up the ground like this, like you really
You're,
using your
you're
legs
pounding.
muscles. You using your leg muscles, but you moving around the ring is basically like you're walking. That's why I say a lot of things in Undisputed they don't get right. Like you and boxing, a lot of boxers actually walking in the ring. It's like you taking a stroll down the street. I'm not gonna stop and say, "Oh man, whoo, I walked 20 blocks." It's you're walking around. I walk. Well, I stop walking because it's cold, but I used to walk 3 miles or more. Sometimes I walk 6 miles, and I'm like, I feel good. I should do a little more, but I said no. I'm not going to push myself. But I'm trying to make an example.
But
Walking
yeah,
and running are two different things. Like if you're walking around, you should be okay in a boxing ring.
yeah, but he just followed up. He's saying as in running around the ring, but I don't know if he means in the video game, because if you walk around the ring, you don't lose stamina. You lose stamina if you start doing like side steps, like you're jumping back and forth. You're doing like
Yeah, like
any kind of real like a
major
movement,
major
like a
things
major
that would
movement.
be
Yeah.
energy taxing. Major things like what you're saying. Like say I'm like hopping around the ring, like I'm jumping up on my feet like that. But you just moving, like you're walking, you're doing movement. There should not be no tax on your stamina. People getting that mixed up, and that's when certain people should educate them.
Well, that's why Kinesi, you have to say what kind of foot movement you're talking about.
No, I thought he explained. He said, as in running around the ring, not just circling your opponent.
Yeah, but you
Yeah, the
don't.
running
But
around the
if
ring.
it's
Yeah,
yeah, but if you're saying in the video game, you don't lose stamina for that.
running around the ring, you don't lose stamina.
Well, one, you can. There's no button to say you go to activate run mode. That's one, right? So if it's just general movement, you're not going to lose any stamina. You only lose. It'll start taxing your stamina is when like you start leaping.
Yeah, and this amazing right here. You said stamina should be taxed on loose footwork in the game.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What they call
There you
why? That's
go.
what I want to know.
Yeah, I like this. I like this question. This is a good question you brought up, Shaolin Face. Ali was
Well,
able.
here,
That's Ali move. That's to me. That only should be for Ali. Hashtag that onto every boxer. Talking about it wouldn't be fair for one boxer to just have the. No, that's something Will and somebody else told you. Ash know better. And it's crazy that Will call himself a boxing fan. Will, stop being a fraud, man. You a fraud. They call him a boxing genius. They giving him all these major titles about boxing, but look at the game. Here's something that I'm gonna put out there. Not trying to act like I'm more important than somebody, but I'm more important than somebody else. Who do you think will make a better game? If you take Will out the company and put me in, the company, who do you think will make the game better?
I vote for Pope.
Because Will, even though he was in the industry, he's not doing a great job. He's not doing a great job at all. It's okay. He said, I did not mean to say running. I mean moving around the whole ring.
Yeah, but can you
It's
see
still
when you
gonna
say
go by
moving
how you
around? What
move.
is? But you're saying stamina loss. So there has to be some kind of. I don't want to pull out the damn manual to
That's
like
taxing.
to give the
Something
example.
that's really
But
taxing.
are you doing like you're what do you call it? Are you stepping back? Like are you double pressing on the left stick to step back? Are you sidestepping? There has to be something you're doing in order for the stamina to be lost.
Yeah, it got to be something like really taxing, like something you're doing that you would be like that will take your breath. That to me, that's what's stamina, like something like aggressive. I
Let
don't
me
know if
get
I
the
should
damn
use that
stick.
word, but something you're doing like kind of aggressively. That's when the stamina tax should be. Everybody they're saying, and in a way, far as like I don't want to sound like that guy, but the upper body stamina stuff is what people should be focused on. The upper,
Which we don't
like
have.
dance.
The weave movement, there's no tax on that. So that's why guys are able to
Yeah,
wiggle really quick and
yeah.
do that, mess with the game.
And that's an EA thing. That we had an argument today in the undisputed guy. I mean in the chat. Even though it wasn't really an argument, it was a debate. And shout out to whoever I forget who it was that I was like having a debate with, because he was saying that Fight Night Champion was the best boxing game ever. But you go to Google and say, what were fans complaining about with Fight Night? And you know Fight Night had to sink. Fight Night had to sink in. It wasn't as prominent. It wasn't like, because there was certain things that people were doing, like glitches and, you know, doing certain little cheap things that made things go off. It had looked like, it wasn't like major. But Fight Night, people act like Fight Night was the best thing. It wasn't. Fight Night just was a complete game. And I'm keep saying that it wasn't a complete game. The story mode was complete, but the core game was not complete. There were so many things wrong that people were complaining about. They was talking about tactics people was using. They was talking about all these different things. So, you know, that debate, I'm like, yo, I had to get proof and everything. Because some people, they like really defend Fight Night Champion like it sold 1 million copies within a year or two. It took them 10 years to sell 1 million copies. Yeah, you still there, AJ?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what undisputed calls it, but it's like if you double press it, like you do a sidestep left or right, you could lunge back. You know what I mean? You could or you could try to do 45 degrees. So like you're doing all these kind of steps, but it's not a walking step anymore. Like you're
yeah. Yeah, but you know the whole thing go when people, not saying y'all, when people say about there should be a stamina tax and stuff, nobody wants to work for that knockout. They don't want to work for that point, or they don't want to pursue the opponent. It's nothing in boxing that says that you have to stand in front of your opponent. Nothing. Yes, you're supposed to engage, but you could jack. I was always told you're supposed to spin your opponent. And when I say spin your opponent, you keep making them turn, or you change directions and make them turn again. Because when you keep making them turn a certain way, now he's gonna get used to that. Then you change directions, now he's off balance. So, but a lot of people will say that, hey, he's moving too much, he's doing too much. That shouldn't be in the game. Because a lot of people really don't want to think. They think this game shouldn't be strategic. Life is strategic. Let's say you live in the hood and you got the projects where the unsavory people live in, or you got areas that has the unsavory. You know what to expect. You know how to maneuver in your environment.
Yo, so going back to this thing with the stamina should be taxed on the loose footwork in the game. You know why people want that tax is because they want to punish them. It's supposed to be more like so the whole thing is people say that when you go loose movement, you could fight loose movement the whole game and you can move so quick. So therefore they want to mitigate it then. That's why they want to tax that kind of movement. But the thing is, it's not them sidestepping or doing any lunging steps, nothing. It's just them it's loose movement and how they walk around. It's basically they want a cooldown period. Really, I wouldn't put a tax on it. Maybe a cooldown period. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really can't say, but it doesn't bother. The only time it bothers me is if they do that tactic where they try to land two punches and then go loose foot and run away the whole fight and try and skate around the ropes. I can't like they're just running. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's my only problem.
Yeah, but my thing is, people should be proactive and say, stop letting all boxers have the same styles. Their thing is, when I said he made every boxer have loose footwork, and I didn't really think about it. Now that I'm thinking, every boxer got loose foot. Every boxer is the same. Nobody's saying that though. Every boxer is the same except for one or two people they added something to. Can Emmanuel Augustus do loose foot movement too? I haven't played the game. Can he do loose foot movement too? With the style that he got?
Why do you think they put it in the game?
They put it in the game. It was Ali move. Their thing is it was Ali move. Now I'm trying to think, was it always there? I don't think loose footwork was always there in the beginning. And the when we first played the game, early access, I don't think every boxer had loose footwork movement.
Hey, if we compare it to real life, Legs Lewis had loose footwork.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing no Ali.
Not as good as Ali. He was up because but he did it
because he's heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you gotta like with the
but
logic.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see a lot of guys doing it. That's the thing. He's from the heavyweights.
Yeah.
You never saw Evander Holyfield do it.
Not at all.
I don't think I ever seen him do it.
Not at all. I haven't seen him. And I watched, I would say, almost all his fights, if not all his fights. Not at all.
So what would be the reason that they would give it to everybody then? It must
lazy.
Be this style.
It's laziness.
It's lazy?
Not. Ass thing is when you, because even if you do the research or the, excuse me, give it allergies. What happened is their thing is it's that arcade feel to it. You don't want nobody to really feel overpowered. Even in arcade games, you have people that's overpowered, that their styles are overpowered. But now you saying you don't want people to feel some type of way. You don't want because he was saying he wanted to be fair. But what is being fair?
Yeah, but why? But it comes back to this again. Why? So if you're talking about fair, is this the reason why they should implement a tax on loose footwork for fair to make it fair?
My thing is, Ali didn't do it though all the time, like people did, but Ali was able to do it when he wanted to. I say if you see Ali, he'll probably do it when he start feeling himself, let's say about second round or something like that, he'll do it, but he's not doing it the whole round. That's the thing right there. And their thing is, it's when I keep hearing people say this and I see videos and stuff, it's an arcade feel. Like it's like they making optics for the investors. Let's make it look good like an arcade game. Let's make it seem like it's if the investors wanted to play the games, even though they're not gamers, they can pick the game up and feel like they're able to compete effectively. Let me see. All fighters can activate loose footwork in the game. Yeah, that's and that was by design. As said that in the interview, he said he gave all the boxers loose footwork, and I know that was something Will said. Will, because like I say, that's Will's job. What does this title say, AJ? What is Will's title? Authenticity.
Oh yes, that one. Yeah.
So he can't deny that. He can't blame it on anybody. So people got to get in the Discord and start saying things. People be guessing and how they feel and what they think. No, stop getting in the Discord trying to make boxing what you feel it should be. And people
what should have happened then?
Go ahead.
In terms of loose footwork, should it have only been for certain fighters?
Yeah, certain fighters. It should have been for certain fighters. That's like saying, why is Deontay has one knockout power and Amir Khan doesn't? And that's a tricky slope. And a smart person would have came back fast and said, hold up. Amir Khan does have knockouts on his record. But people don't realize what I just said. Amir Khan has a lot of knockouts on his record. He just, his chin, once he got that chin crack, it never came, his chin strength never came back. It ain't that people say, oh, Amir Khan, he got a glass chin. How many fights did he have before that start happening? Once he started getting tagged on that chin, it's like something in your brain that happens that now you can't take that punch anymore. It's just something like, it's like a switch is like it's something got disconnected when you hit. I seen it numerous times. I seen guys, they were taking punches and I was like, and then all of a sudden, boom, every time somebody hit them, they start getting dazed and they get knocked out. I'm like, what's going on? I seen this in gym wars. People fighting like they're fighting in a ring. Boom, you hit the Joker. He dazed or he get knocked out because he keep getting hit in that same spot. It's something in your brain that just, it's like it disconnects or something. I don't know. I didn't dig too deep in it. I'm just going by what I visualize. Some things, I mean, you can't say you didn't see or you didn't experience.
What if there was a tax on loose footwork? What would it be?
If they tax on, if they were to actually put a tax on it, it has to be boxers that don't do loose footwork. Those are the ones that should be like, let's say, like when they do it too much. Ali didn't do it too much, and your stamina, because in boxing, every boxer don't have the same stamina, and that should be a thing.
So
That should make you have stamina control. Like they don't have the same for stamina or fatigue. Them should be two different things, which they had. Steel City had that at one time. They had a stamina and they had fatigue. And my idea that EA had, like your arms, your body, and your head should have different stamina and fatigue, not on screen, but they should have different things. These should be different things. Your head stamina is different. You can't take punches no more. You're about to be out of there. Your body stamina, you're tired. It's like, to me, your body stamina should be your overall stamina. You constantly throwing punches and stuff. You're constantly moving around and stuff. That's your overall fatigue and stamina. It's a lot that go into boxing. And a lot of people saying, ain't fatigue and stamina? No, it's not. It's two different things. It's two different things. Fatigue is like you're like really out of it. I can have the stamina to run a certain amount, but it's a part of about you, your conditioning, that you can run further. And that's when the fatigue start kicking in. Your actual fatigue. Because you're gonna lose some stamina, then your fatigue, like if they put the bars on the screen, your fatigue gonna tick down some. You're gonna lose stamina, your fatigue gonna tick down some. That's what fatigue. Now, if you lose some stamina and it goes way down and you're real tired, your fatigue bar comes down a little more. I'm speaking as like a developer and stuff, but your fatigue gonna come down a little more heavier than it did before. Now that's gonna visually look. You don't really have great visual cues on screen about they had it earlier. I don't know if a lot of y'all remember that they had visual cues of different things. You still there, AJ?
yeah, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did I tell you that Beast came in right after you left?
Yeah. I saw that. I sent you on a Discord after. I sent you a message, but I
Oh,
watched it. I watched the thing. One thing I picked out. Well, let me go through my notes here.
Beast be getting on everybody though. I'll be laughing. I'll be like, Dad, Beast, don't attack your allies. You know, I'll be saying to myself, don't attack your allies. Yo, it look like I'm frozen on YouTube. Oh, there you go. There you go. I wonder why it's doing that. It's saying I'm good. It's saying I'm good on YouTube, but I'm keep freezing out. I wonder why it's doing that.
I'm not seeing. Well, I'm watching from the thing here, but hey, let me ask you this. Uh, lag switch. I know it was the last time we spoke about lag switch. You familiar with the lag switch?
Yeah, that I've never heard nobody talk about it nowadays. But I know back in the Fight Night Champion and Fight Night Round 3, yeah, Fight Night Round 3, 4, and Fight Night Champion.
For
That's when
example,
I
okay.
really start hearing about it.
Once in a while, I hear people talk. The one thing you have to realize too, like when people lose, they'll come up with every kind of. They'll think of every scenario, and I think this is where the lag switch comes into play half the times. But I saw this guy. He posted on Reddit here. His name is Mickleberry Gum, and he says the mods are asleep. He says post PowerShell lag switch scripts, and he copy and paste a script like a lag switch script.
Uh,
So I was looking at it, right, and my first thought was I'm thinking you want them to implement this lag, or you're showing them how to. You want them to fix this whole idea about this lag switch, or whatever, right? But I'm thinking
yeah,
like the mods in them. I can't expect a dev to patch a game for a lag switch. I can't see them like it's like I just think it's like too resource intensive. If
I
the
don't
like
think
think
it,
about this, if it's an exploit, right, and it's running outside of the game's parameters itself, like CSI, I don't see like if CSI was to do something about it, it gets to a point it could turn into a privacy issue. How much access do you want to somebody's machine now to prevent a case of a lag switch?
yeah. That's like a tricky soup. I don't know how they, but it's measures because other companies are not really like saying like the way what's going on with SCI. They're not having those complaints. I don't see companies like 2K, like EA Madden or anything like that. I'm not really seeing those like major complaints like that. So I don't know. I really
Well,
don't know.
when it comes on, here's the thing: is it an actual problem with video games right now? For people who play Undisputed, do you actually think people are using lag switches?
I think the way that the system is set up with the way Still City is doing things, they could be. Because it seemed like the whole project is a lazy and not no shots at Ash, but to me, Ash is not everybody can't be a leader. It's okay, Ash. Let somebody else that really know the business. You could still be the owner of the business, but you gotta let other people step in that know what they're doing. Make them make your ideas be realized. Yeah, I'm like I don't know. But at this point, they put so many measures like EA, they got things in place for stuff like that. But with Still City, it's like they at this point they really don't care. It's like to them, it's like boxing is not important enough to put that much effort in it. That's what I'm getting from the team. Um,
Unless unless with this guy, this whole thing about lag switch, if he's thinking more along that if you were to put like a preventative measure for lag switch in the game, then you'll get rid of quick glitch. I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's something that they should have entertained or said something about it. If it doesn't break the game more than what it is, the game is broken. Oh, what's Scum said? I never heard of this. What he's saying. Shaolin Frey said, undisputed is like playing bug house chess. Never heard of it. Bug house chess.
It means bug house chess, a game of chess of bugs.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, Stalin, you're wrong. You know why? It's not a game of bug house chess because in a game of chess you'll have a victor. Eventually, you'll have a victory.
Yeah. And it's strategic. Chess is strategic. That's what Ash wanted. That's exact. Ash wanted the game to be a strategic game. And then when people hear the word strategic, Ash wanted a strategic game. And it's crazy because when Ash got in that content creator thing, Ash, I hope you watch this video. Somebody clip this part. I'm about to get in on you, Ash. Ash said he wanted the game to be strategic. He wanted people to think about their, what they do. Yes, you can, be a brawler, a slugger, whatever, because Mike Tyson, a lot of people think Mike Tyson, everything he did was just knockout punching. No, Mike Tyson set up a lot of his knockouts. A lot of these so-called heavy hitters, a lot of them set up, I said a lot of them, I ain't say all of them. They set up their knockout punch. And the thing is, people don't want to think. They want everything to be, rock'em, sock'em robots. Ash wanted this game to be strategic. He said it at the thing, but he said nobody want to be strategic and go 12 rounds. That's on the players.
Who said
Unless they got it set. Ash, he said that, no, I'm saying that's on the players. But Ash said nobody wants to go 12 rounds being strategic. If you go 12 rounds strategic, it's like you playing chess against an amateur. And you let the amateur off the hook. That's on you. It's not the game design. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it is the game design. I don't even know why I said not the game design. It's the way the game designed. But when it comes to chess, it's on you how you get rid of somebody. Because a chess master, he should be able to get a noob out of there, a person that don't know chess out of there immediately, almost, with one or two moves. So Ash was saying that in the beginning. He let somebody get in his head. That's why I said they clone Ash and put somebody else in his spot. That's not how Ash was talking. Ash, wake up. Put some cold water in your face, man. Wake up. He literally looked like a zombie when he being at these conversations and talking. And people in that catch, somebody said, this might be our last one. He didn't say this is the last one of the year or something like that. He said this might be our last one. So let's get it out the way. Nobody encased that. He said that in the beginning at that community, that content creator event. So what does he mean by that?
Who has the IP against
I should clip him. What'd you say?
Who has the IP for Undisputed?
What you mean, who is the IP? Who owns it?
The intellectual property for it.
I think Ash owns the IP. But we don't know. We don't know because it's saying that.
Well, I looked at the fine print. I looked at the fine print for Play On.
The publishers can own the IP.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah,
depending on
sometimes,
the
but it has a, but in the license when I looked at it, it has a or statement, meaning that it could be the publisher who owns the IP, or they could be leasing it from, in this case, the developer.
Yeah, that's crazy. Leasing, you delete you leasing the IP. That sound weird.
It's in the fine print, that license agreement itself. It shows in there.
Yeah, that
So
sound
so
weird.
so it doesn't mean that I guess Ash doesn't have full control of his game. In some cases, yeah, they don't have control of the game.
Yeah. And I'm like when Ash be saying certain things. See, my thing is I love to study. Ash looked worn out, like he's confused, like he's been arguing, like no, 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 and people keep pushing back on him. Yes, yes, yes. And everybody not sticking with Ash vision. And their thing is, and I say it all the time. The game development in general, because everybody feel the same way I feel when it comes to development, because I wouldn't have all those them views on my posts that I keep making for LinkedIn. These
Hey,
developers are liking it. They watching it.
if they were to redo that event, if they were to redo that event and let's just say it's not Ash as the main speaker, let me give you a list of names here. Should Jack Shep should he have been answering questions?
No. Shout out to Jay Shep. No. No.
No, okay.
Because
Will.
no, I'm gonna give you my reason. Jay Shep, my guy, but he's not. It's not his. The game was. It's not his vision. So he's not gonna be able to frame it certain ways. And Jay Shep is not. People don't see Jay Shep as like really the gamer for this game. You don't really see him post videos and things like that. You like every once in the blue moon you see him post videos. In the beginning, he post videos. Like at the time that event happened, Jay Shep was like he's doing stuff for them, but he was barely like on his free time. He wasn't like doing undisputed stuff.
Okay. Will.
See, I know Will wish he was sitting in that chair, and Will would have kind of repeated everything Ash said, and that was the main reason why Will sat where he sat at. So Will would Will is a PR guy, basically. So everything he would have been saying would have annoyed people like me and you. Like, well, we couldn't do this because that was consequential, and we got to think about the casual fans because the game wouldn't have sold that well if we made it for hardcore fans. I know people want both modes, but we got to think about the overall feel of the game, and we got to make it a hybrid. It would have been saying things like that would have made you annoyed.
Do,
You
do,
would
do
have been
you
annoyed.
do you think that the character from the Jason Whitlock show, he should have been one of the speakers that day?
You think Jason Whitlock?
No, the guy from Jason Whitlock, that guy we always talk about. He's basically a reoccurring character on his show.
Sad, because I'm familiar with Jason Whitlock in general, but I
I think
don't
his
I
name
don't
is I can't remember something. I think his Kim is in his name.
oh I don't know.
Let me
I don't
see.
know. What do you think?
No, wait, hold on. Jason Whitlock, and let me see. What's his name? Steve Kim. That guy.
What is it?
Steve Kim.
Oh, you talking about Steve
Steve
Kim?
Kim.
No, Steve Kim should have been
But he.
quiet. That whole event, Steve Kim should
But
have
this
been
is the thing.
quiet.
But this is the thing. I never really heard. Do you think I guess the Crown creators were they expecting that was one of their wish lists to meet Steve Kim
Yeah, I
to
think
talk
so.
on the talk on the game?
I think so.
You think
If I
so?
was there, yeah. I think if I was there, I would have been questioning the heck out of Steve Kim. And with Steve Kim, see, you know what makes people like Steve Kim? Steve Kim is an Asian, he's an Asian showbiz the adult. Showbiz the adult really don't, he's a good talker. Showbiz gets enough knowledge, he remembers enough knowledge to be a talker. He's a talker. It's no shade, it's like no real shade, but it's shade against showbiz the adult. And if when it comes to money, because that I hate when people bring up the money. Are you just saying that because showbiz is making money? I don't care about that money stuff. I never did. Even when I be helping companies or I'm talking to companies, they say, well, what do you want? I say nothing. What do you think showbiz would have said? And then you know people gonna say, well, showbiz is a father, he need the money. No, showbiz have skill. He has a skill set. But my thing is he be jazzing a lot of times. He be
Wait,
acting like he know boxing. He
wait, wait,
doesn't know boxing.
here. So going back to Ash, is he over like as a director? Then do you think he's actually overseeing?
I
I
didn't
guess
even
the
get
guy
started.
Aimbot.
It's,
Do you think as a director, right? Do you think he's actually overseeing the development and the coding of the game? Like he's working with that guy Aimbot, where his name is, who's the lead developer. Like is he involved in that level now in the game?
who you saying, Steve Kim?
Not Steve
Oh,
Kim, sorry, Ash Habib.
at one time he was. Now I don't. I think it's Will and other guys that they hired. There,
Okay,
and
so
I think
so then,
Will kind of trump a lot of these guys.
well, this is what I'm saying. So why is it that for that going back to old Vegas, why was Ash and why was Steve Kim the two, like those were the two main speakers?
They're the face of the game. Steve Kim, he has a audience, a big audience. And I'm shocked that Todd Grisham did, because Todd Grisham used to be their go-to guy.
Oh
But
yeah,
since
but
they had another
it,
person that has a large fan base, they let them. And they're
aimbot,
hoping they
aim.
hoping, yeah, but they're hoping that our fan base doesn't get larger than what it is. They're hoping, because now they're gonna have to find a way to pull us in and stop talking about them. Stop, you know, stop making a fan base actually think. That's what they're hoping. That's why, because we got a lot of people that's in this group that'll shadow watching. Let me see how many people we got in shadow watching. It say we got 38 views, 38 people that came in here, but how many people actually in here now? We got, hold up, I can't see it. I don't know why it's not showing, but it usually show how many people that are actually in here.
Let's see
And
right now.
it's crazy.
But
Yeah, I usually get the number.
but yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of I'm just kind of it's like after the fact of I'm just kind of thinking about why those guys were, what was the importance they had to share about the game. Like going back, why wasn't that guy aimbot? He's the main developer, right?
Why he wasn't there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the main. If he's the head of programming, why is it that we didn't? Why did they speak to those aimbot and Will? It makes no sense.
Exactly. And it
Actually, it
don't
does
make
make
sense to
no, no,
me.
no. It does make sense. It makes sense because now what Beast said yesterday, that you know what I mean. What Beast said yesterday, it makes sense now.
What you mean by it makes sense now? Explain, because
That
everybody. Go ahead.
Beast. He started talking about the colonial stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
That's it's a valid argument. You can't say no.
Yeah, and they also go to like with a lot of these content creators, they're looking for handouts.
That's it.
They
The gifts.
and
They're all
yeah,
taking. They're all taking gifts, and they're not
yeah,
disclosing it under channels.
yeah. And the thing is, Beast proved the point, and Beast always saying, "Poe, you got to talk like me. People like that." I said, "I technically I talk like you, but the way I put it out is different from you. All that aggressiveness, I can't be super aggressive. It's not in my character. Yes, boxers have aggressiveness about them, but me, I know how to keep my everything under control. It's no aggression about what I do. I know how. I can't like live myself like I'm a Tom bun about to blow up any second now. But to you know get a boxing game that we really want. But fight night, fight night. Prizzle used to stay there for 12 hours or more working on the game. I used to be talking to him. With EA, they let people stay there late. Yeah, Fight Night Champion to me was not a good game, but it was a playable game. It was without a lot of things that was wrong with it. The more I see people, people like Don D play it, shout out to Don D 205, play it. I'm like, all right, you playing the game the way it should be played, but every boxer in that game, sorry, Don D, and you watch our videos. Sorry, Don D. All the boxers fight the same. And sometimes it seems like it's really no threat of you losing a fight. It's like no major threat of you losing a fight or you
I
coming
just
back behind, back from behind, fighting to certain things. I got to tell the truth about everything. I got to be truthful. Some things is just, to me, everybody else they gonna like it, and that's okay. But it's like a chef. Some people gonna like his food, and some people just not gonna like what he's serving. Yeah. What you were saying, AJ Pax?
about what?
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I was in the Discord. We was having good fights. Good conversations, because a lot of people they be trying to like shut you down, but it's like everybody don't like this game. It's like they really don't like this game.
Nah, you can't have these conversations on
Now,
that Discord. Though they won't
yeah,
everything is they're too basically I think the mods and whoever those people are, they're too defensive. They're just too defensive about the game, and that's probably what's hurting the game
yeah,
as well. They don't. You know what it comes down to? When you're so defensive, you don't really have a pulse on what your community is about.
yeah, that's facts. That's true. That's true. You spoke some truth. Um,
What I said, this guy Mickleberry Gum, the guy we were talking about with that with his script, this thing about the what's it called, the lag switch, told me I didn't know what I was talking about. So okay, well, come and explain. It's better you explain your own findings, kind of thing, right? So let's see
uh,
if he pops up in the next maybe 10 minutes or so.
yeah, but that's people that my thing is stop feeling feeling like somebody's like explain it to them. If you feel that like you don't know what you're talking about and stuff like that, all right, tell me. All right, you don't know what you're talking about, and then explain to me why I don't know what I'm talking about. Like when
Yeah,
people be telling
exactly.
me I don't know what I'm talking about, uh, what'd you say?
No, exactly. That's what I'm telling the guy.
Yeah,
Come and talk,
like
and it makes more sense.
yeah, like when I'm in the gym and I'm talking to like even trainers have debates. That's what I was trying to tell Beast, because Beast be like, no, this, this and that. But I said, bees, every trainer do not think the same or look at things the same way. I said, you might come in if I had a gym, you might come in the gym. I know how you want a boxer to fight. That's not exactly how I want him to fight. My fighting style, like even if you saw one fight of me, like I got one fight that's on the internet. When I had that fight,
Yo, hold
it's
on,
two
Poe.
things
This,
that came.
yo,
What'd you
Poe,
say?
this thing. Let me check your audio.
What, my audio was acting up? You said my audio was acting up?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Keep going. It's just I think maybe it's popping in and out. Maybe that guy also had some popping. He was popping in and out too. Maybe
Oh, yeah. So
because
what
they were
I
saying
was
that they were saying you're frozen. They can't hear you. But I checked the feed. I could hear you and I could see you.
Oh, okay. Yes, like I was trying to say, like every trainer doesn't think the same way. They don't teach their boxer the same way. And that was one of the things that I was trying to explain. Yeah, there might be like something overall that trainers could say that's the same. Because if I do at some point go back to being a trainer and stuff, it's a certain way that I train, and the person that trains at that gym, he trains totally different from what I would train a person. And our boxing team was like one of the elite boxing teams in New Jersey. Everybody knew our team, and it
Oh,
was great. All right, go ahead.
this Mickleberry gum guy ain't gonna come. I just realized now. I have an old chat from him from November the 30th. He said, I won't do a podcast for reasons. However, you may ask me anything you like, and I'll reply here. That's the last I
Why
heard
he
from
won't
him.
do? Why he won't do? Did you ask him why he won't do the podcast? That's weird.
Uh, well, yeah, and his response was, but this was like I messaged him right now because he was making all those posts on Reddit, right? But
Yeah.
I said, let me see if I could private message him on thing. And then when I looked, I have a conversation going all the way back to November 30th where I actually saw him do something on. I asked him to come, but he said I won't do a podcast I won't do podcast for reason. However, you may ask me anything you like, and I'll reply here. So I don't know. It could be a
Tell
kid.
him
It
you
could
don't
be
have
a.
to be visual, because a lot of
I
people
did.
that
I
they
did.
they
I
oh
said to him, you could also call it. You could also call into the podcast. That way, you're a control, kind of thing, right?
yeah, and he still didn't respond to that, or he did.
That was back in November 30th, and but he's respond. But based on his comments today, I'm seeing like on the thread he posted. That's where I'm seeing he's live right now.
Yes,
So,
that be bugging me out with people because their thing is they want to be right even if they're wrong, and their thing is if they come on here, he's gonna be feeling threatened by somebody like me and somebody like you. Think we're gonna double team him, but they don't realize me
I'm
and you we
I'm not
agree
even
that we don't
yeah
agree with certain things,
yeah
and
like
that's
I'm
our
not
own
yeah
voice.
yeah like I'm not even in here. I want him to come in because he's telling me, and maybe I don't know what I'm looking at here, right? So that's why
Yeah,
it makes more sense. Let him come and explain it so that it makes more sense that way, right? But hey,
yeah.
it'd be funny. One possibility could be, and this is a far shot, right? But one possibility could be that maybe he works for Steel City Interactive, and
And
these
that could be
and
that's
these are things that he's trying to get implemented. They won't put it in the freaking game.
that's exactly what it could be. Because they be putting spies out there. Because a lot of Steel City guys, and I realized at one time one of the Steel City guys hit me in a DM under a different name, and I'm like, "Who this?" And he said, "You don't know who this is?" I said, "No, know who this is. Who is this?" And then he told me. I said, "Why you got two different names?" And they ain't say nothing. So yeah, they do that. Even on LinkedIn, one of the developers said, when I was on in the Discord chat, I mean not in the chat, but he talked to me in my DMs on the Discord, and he said, "Yeah," he said, "What you think about my post on LinkedIn. And I said, who are you in LinkedIn? He said, you really don't know who I am? I said, no, because y'all use different names. He said, Dad, he said, that hurts. I like, why does that hurt? I don't know all your little disguises you keep wearing. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he saw it. I can see he read my message. So I don't know. These people, if they come, it's good they come, man. Let them get some more perspective.
Yeah. That he's. Oh, you can hear me now, Lamont Davis, because he was saying you're frozen, Poe. Can't hear you. So I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube is doing that. I think I'm gonna have to use the am I, I'm even slow rolling on talk show, but I might have to eventually I'm gonna have to get rid of some of my videos. I had to do a deep dive and get rid of videos, and I think I'm gonna have to use the talk show video today instead of the YouTube video.
What do you mean?
So it don't look messy, like because the YouTube video just that I usually just download that.
No,
But
it'll
I'm
be
gonna
the same. It's gonna whatever happens in here, it mirrors on the YouTube.
oh, okay. I was thinking that it was just YouTube doing that.
It should. It's supposed to be a mirror.
Duh, I don't know why it's doing that. I I don't know why, but I know why. But it doesn't do it any other time. Who that?
Donkey Konga. What's this guy name? Donkey Konga?
Yeah, I was trying to see that because I got my pop up over it. Donkey Konga. Hey Poe, Chief Quick Glitcher here. AMA. I will never answer. I guess it's the guy you was just talking about.
No, hey man, I will answer. He's saying he wants to answer. Send him the link. Let him come on the show. Ask me anything, man. Bring him.
Are you the guy Dad, how I forget you that AJ Pack? Because I'm up
Mickle,
here
Mickle,
looking. I'm up here trying to figure out his name.
Mickleberry gum.
What'd you say?
Mickleberry gum. I don't think I don't think it's Mickleberry gum because I sent him a thing. But this is somebody watching right now. Donkey Konga.
You want to be on the show? You could be on the talk show. Or what? I don't know why everybody's scared to come on talk show.
Oh, it's him. It's Reddit. Yeah, I sent you the yes, Mickleberry. Come. I sent you. Go back to the thread. I sent you the studio link. Yes, yes, yes. Come.
Yeah, come on the show. I wanna hear what you gotta say. Because sometimes when you write text, it doesn't
I think the main thing is that I was explaining to the audience your thread, but there's a good possibility I don't understand it as good as you on a technical level. So that's what I'm saying. Come on the show, let's kind of discuss it. Because in the afterthought now, I look at it. Maybe it's a defensive script you're showing, so I'm not too clear. I can't speak. So yeah, he can't speak. He only wants to answer a question in the chat
are
bubble.
you associated with Still City? I don't know. That sound like what that because from my
Or just say no.
experience with working
Just say
with
no
the
comment.
developers, yeah, because with developers, they say that all the time. Say, Paul, I could talk to you, but I can't talk to like
Okay.
out in the open.
Okay, wait. So Donkey Konga. In the meantime, while we wait for you to come in the studio, the script you put on Reddit is that more of a defensive script to run in Azure? Not associate them, but is it the run in Azure?
That he said he got banned from Discord. Yeah, I kind of see that happening because when you put up scripts and stuff, that's the first thing they're gonna do. That's
because
why
because I can't remember. Oh, here we go. I messaged back on Reddit. Please don't read the message. Okay, I won't read the message out here.
you
Okay, fine.
sure you're not a developer, because that's exactly what a developer would say.
Okay, fine.
No,
No, I saw that. If that's the case, that's fine. Um, but okay, but the script. So basically, you want to implement that on the server side. Which server you want to put that on?
he said that runs on PowerShell. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know about Windows.
Hey, yo, Donkey Kongo, why are you telling me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, man? That was the whole reason I want you to come in the show. Now you're saying you don't know shit about Windows, man. Okay, anyways, let me play with it then.
I
The
set it up on a Linux using iTest and IP tables to drop
okay,
connection. To
yeah. So
drop connection.
what he was showing on Reddit, it's a script. It's basically
Oh,
it's a
it
defensive
is a
script.
light switch.
No, well, what he's doing, it's a preventative. It's the detect the lag switch. So if anybody's playing a game, if this was put on the server side, but the thing is, he's presenting it on what do you call it again? It was a PowerShell. So PowerShell has to do with Windows servers and stuff. So Azure. I don't know. I can't remember what they're using for their backend service.
Oh. That's the where the misunderstanding come from. For me, you're looking at specific issues with too much focus when we should be looking at cause and effect.
Yeah, but the cause and effect, you can't just go pull shit off the internet for wherever you're getting it from, and then try to paint a new narrative of what it's being used for. That's why I'm saying I'm telling you, the more I analyze that thing you put out there, you would have to implement that on a server side as a preventative script. I'm talking. So this is what I'm saying. It's like you're saying I don't have no idea, but I have some idea.
Okay, you said I copied my script to GPT and it converted. Yeah, I do the same thing. I do the same thing. Even though
Okay,
it's
so
my ideas and scripts and stuff, I do the same thing.
okay, fine.
I
So
may
he
be
was
I
able
may
to,
be
he was
wrong.
able to get. I wrote the OG script. Okay, fine. But the thing is, so you're okay. So at the end of the day, Donkey Kong, you're saying that script needs to go on the server side that's controlling the game, or it has to go in the programming of the game itself. Basically, it's a sentinel. You're basically putting a sentinel in the game to detect these anomalies. That's what you want. Okay, so Donkey Kong, explain to us then. That's
Yeah,
why I'm trying to get you on the show to talk,
yeah, he's trying to get you to simplify
or write it in thing
so you can
because
understand what you're saying. He's not attacking you or anything. He's trying to.
that is a cheat. A cheat.
Oh,
Okay,
it's a
so this.
cheat. So I was
Okay,
right then.
okay, so Donkey Kong, that script then is basically okay. Is it a preventative script or is it an actual let's just say a virtual lag script? It's a script to create a lag.
Yeah, he's saying is a cheat. He keeps saying cheat, cheat. He said cheat, cheat 3 times. He said it's cheat.
It's a
It's a
cheat. Okay,
script.
so
The script
so
is a
I
cheaty, cheat, cheat, cheat.
all you're doing is running the script in PowerShell, and then when you're in the game, you press the right controls. Okay, so you're saying it's just running locally on the Windows machine that's playing Undisputed then.
Yeah, he said interrupts the connection. So yeah, it's a cheat. It's a cheat. Dad, Donkey Kong Conga, why you didn't tell Chat GP to make you an anti-cheat? I'm joking, but I'm not. But yeah, I appreciate you coming in to explain that. Just
But,
talking, Hopefully, we got a
okay,
new person on the show.
but Donkey Kong, why do you say the mods are asleep then? I don't understand. Okay, so so this is a basic lag script. What do you call it? What do we call it again? I forgot. Lag
It's a
switch.
it's a script. It's a script for it.
It's a lag switch script. But you're saying the modes are sleeping on it. How are the modes sleeping on it? That's what I'm curious then. Because that's what
You see,
CSI does. Why would C what?
I think I kind of agree with him. I kind of agree with him. A lot of
What
the
do you mean?
things
Like,
that's in the game, some of it is kind of intentionally, but not intentionally. Like certain things that's in the game, but they didn't centralize it. Even though the game is broken to the core, they're doing little things. They said just to fix it enough, make it playable, make
well,
it like
nobody has ever really no, there's like really no way to. I don't know how they're gonna like what are they how are they gonna collect evidence to say we need to prevent a lag switch from happening. I can't see it happening.
yeah. But at this point, I think they really don't care if you had a lag switch, you had somebody hostage or anything. They really don't care. They really at this point, it's like they really don't care what's up with this game, and it's shameful. It's
But I
like
guess at the end, at the end of the day, Donkey Kong, or what it is that's a lag switch then. Straight out, that's a lag switch for the community to use in the game. All right.
and it's something that it basically he probably thinks Still City has probably doing using that. That
Just
bit
curious,
is not.
how many Donkey Kong or how many people you think are using lag switch right now in Undisputed? Yours or anybody else's lag switch?
I don't think so. A lot of people at this point like really using it because when I see the problems that's really happening, it don't look like lag switch problems. I say if we was talking percent wise, I say probably like 5%. Yeah, exactly. He said exactly what I said. If we're talking percent wise, I say 5% might even be lower than that. But there are people probably using it. And EA they had a system set up for not using the lag switch because they know because I know in the earlier development that was one of the things we had meetings about that they had things in place for people trying to use the lag switch and spin to the anti-cheating stuff.
Well, the thing is, you would have to have like a server or process that's running in the background all the time, monitoring for that shit.
Yeah, they had it's EA. They had the system to set up for something like that. Let me see. A physical lag switch isn't something a lot of folks will buy, and people on PC aren't asked about it. Yeah,
Hey, Donkey Konger,
yeah,
here's a good Timu style. Here's a good Timu lag switch. If you go and look up some torrent that's really popular right now, and if you're getting in trouble, start downloading the torrent. Start downloading it, or have some torrents ready to upload, popular, and then boom, you'll get some lag switch to action there too.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Shaolin said exactly. Yeah, a fact. When when you put anything on PC, it's easier to cheat or make any type of adjustments to the game, and that's a fact.
Well,
It's
remember,
hard.
Undisputed has our trainer that's been out since beta.
Yeah, yeah, but PC is hard. It's hard to prevent people from cheating. It's hard.
Yeah,
That's why.
it's too open ended. That's why.
Yeah, because like even with games like Fallout, which is one of my favorite games, Fallout. They got people that's making mods that the companies can't make. They're making whole games out of a game that the companies didn't make. You can't do that with like Undisputed, even though it's on PC. You can't do that with Undisputed. And I think they really can do that with Undisputed, but to them, they don't like what the game is, so why even try to fix it? Why didn't the Fight Night Forever team try to fix Undisputed to prove to them that they're making a mistake and they can fix it? That would have been genius to me.
There's zero for Undisputed. There's zero cheats on console. There's no cheat. Maybe the closest you'll get is maybe if they could figure out how to do it on Xbox Series X, but you're not going to get it on PlayStation. And if Xbox, okay, and if they haven't jailbroken Xbox, then yeah. But the thing is, if they do any kind of jailbreak on Xbox, once they figure out, then because Xbox is running on the same thing as Windows, essentially, they'll have to. So eventually, they'll be able to port that from the cheat from Steam here and PC over to Xbox, but not on PlayStation. No way.
No, not PlayStation, because PlayStation their security is too. I